Shedeur Sanders continues special pregame tradition in NFL without his dad, Deion Sanders. Colorado Buffaloes coach Deion Sanders wasn't on the sideline for his son's NFL debut, but Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders still kept their meaningful pregame tradition alive. Last Friday, all eyes were on Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders as he made his NFL preseason debut as the starter against the Carolina Panthers. The former Colorado Buffaloes star was not only in a completely new environment, but he was also without his longtime coach and father, Deion Sanders. Aside from a brief stretch in 2021 when Coach Prime missed several games while recovering from foot surgery, Shedeur and his father have been inseparable on game days, from Trinity Christian School in Texas to Jackson State University and finally shoulder to shoulder in Colorado. Through their unique father-son relationship, the two created their own special pregame tradition, one that's become iconic in the world of college football: a simple sideline walk. Before every game, the two would stroll the length of the field together, entering the walk as father and son, returning as coach and quarterback. The walk became an expression of their unique bond and an on-field connection, carrying on the tradition alone. On Friday night in Cleveland, Shedeur kept the tradition alive, even without his dad. Before kickoff, Sanders was seen making that same walk, only this time alone. The image was striking. His posture carried confidence, but also a sense of reflection. Even without his father physically there, it still felt as if Deion's presence was with him, his words of wisdom, faith, and encouragement echoing in Shedeur's mind. Earlier in the week, Deion reflected on the moment. "It's going to be strange for both of us," Sanders said during CU Media Day. "I was in the hospital the last time I missed 3 games, but this time I'm well. But you know me going out there taking that walk, and him taking that walk, and he knows I'm not there. That's different for him. But he's so prepared right now." Coach Prime was right. Shedeur looked prepared. Despite a couple of early missteps, he had an extremely productive rookie debut, throwing for 138 yards and 2 highlight-worthy touchdowns. Sanders also commanded the huddle with confidence and showed poise and accuracy from the pocket, turning the quarterback conversation in Cleveland into national sports headline news. That strong showing has also prompted local media in Cleveland to rally behind Sanders, pushing back against earlier reports that he struggled to grasp the NFL playbook. Nick Pedone of 92.3 The Fan was among those speaking out Monday morning. "He did show you all of the things that they were looking for. He showed you in a live game setting that he can do all of that and a little bit more. So this week it's got to be time to put rubber to the road and get this dude at least acting like a real quarterback." With his strong debut performance, Sanders has only fueled intrigue in Cleveland surrounding the quarterback conversations. But beyond the media buzz of practice reps and depth charts, Sanders' walk paired with his performance highlights something deeper at play, something rooted in tradition, family, and legacy. The solitary walk Shedeur took before kickoff was more than tradition. It was a powerful symbol of his growth and independence as an individual. It was a reminder that while he's stepping into the NFL spotlight, Shedeur is also stepping out from under his father's constant sideline presence. As he continues to carve out his own path in the league, the pregame walk will serve as a quiet but powerful testament to his journey, one defined by legacy. The music still played. The routine still flowed. The moment still mattered. But for the first time in his football life, Shedeur Sanders performed it without his father standing a few feet away. The tradition. For years, from high school fields in Texas to sold-out Saturdays in Boulder, Shedeur's pregame ritual had been as reliable as sunrise. About 45 minutes before kickoff, he'd pull on his jersey, tighten his gloves, and find a quiet spot near the tunnel. That's where Deion Coach Prime Sanders would meet him. Sometimes the words were motivational. Sometimes they were jokes to lighten the mood. Sometimes they were just a handshake, a hug, and a whispered reminder. Play your game. Then came the walk, slow, deliberate, with Shedeur locking eyes on the field while Deion flanked him, a living embodiment of swagger and support. It wasn't just a father-son thing. It was a grounding ritual, a mental reset, and a visible reminder of the bond between two men navigating the pressures of fame and expectation together. The first game without him. Now, in Cleveland Browns Stadium, the scene was different. Shedeur was minutes away from his first home preseason game, and his father was hundreds of miles away, deep into Colorado's fall camp schedule. Reporters had noticed the absence immediately. This wasn't just any dad missing a game. This was Deion Sanders, a Hall of Famer whose sideline presence was nearly as anticipated as Shedeur's arm. Yet, as the clock ticked down, Shedeur stepped into the tunnel alone and still began the ritual, keeping it alive. He paused, closed his eyes, and let the crowd noise fade into a low hum. Instead of his dad's voice, he heard the echoes in his head. Every bit of advice, every "you built for this" reminder, every "don't let the moment own you" speech. Then, just like always, he walked. Slow, deliberate, locked in. Teammates glanced over, sensing something intentional in his pace. A rookie lineman even jogged up to join him, asking quietly, "You good?" "I'm great," Shedeur replied with a smile. "Just keeping the tradition alive." A bond that crosses miles. Later, he'd admit to the media that he'd texted his dad earlier that morning. "Same time as always. I'll walk for us both." Deion's response came back almost instantly. "I'm there. You just can't see me." It was classic Coach Prime. Equal parts encouragement and mystique. Teammates take notice. By the end of the preseason game, another poised performance from Sanders. The story of the tunnel walk had spread in the locker room. Veteran wide receiver Amari Cooper told reporters, "That's maturity. First NFL game without your dad there, and you don't skip the thing that keeps you grounded. Shows you he's not just doing stuff for the cameras, it's part of who he is." Even head coach Kevin Stefanski, notoriously guarded in his public praise, noted, "You love seeing a young player find his own process. That's how you last in this league." The cameras catch on. Unbeknownst to Shedeur, NFL Films had caught the entire moment on camera. The quiet pause in the tunnel, the slow walk, the almost meditative demeanor. By Monday morning, the footage aired with the caption, "Tradition never leaves you." Fans flooded the comments, sharing their own pregame routines from youth leagues to college. Some even joked about starting Shedeur watch parties before Browns games. Deion's public reaction. Of course, Deion saw the clip. He reposted it on Instagram with the caption, "I taught him the walk. I taught him the game. Now he's walking it out on his own. Proud ain't even the word." He also added a short video from his Colorado office, grinning into the camera. "Just because I'm not there in person doesn't mean I'm not there. That's my son. That's our tradition. It's forever."